Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Who's gonna make a move? Parries the attack and throws him down. What are they thinking here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 chases them down. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Takes a trip. Oh! Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Hold your breath. Beautiful setup with that attack. Burnout activates. Heading adds a little super juice into well aware of their life in meters. Really good decision making. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Took him to the corner in a flash. Will we see a drive impact? Big throws. What'll happen here? Jumps? Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Hits them with a stop and block. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Back to the hook drive, this back misses. Burn out, but they may have. That's how you close it out. What a beast! Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Checks with a projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Does a good job of pushing back. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. The jump in is denied. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Shows a medium kick. Dakuhado. Player 1 gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? That's some big, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. How's this round going to develop? Pokes with a medium kick. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Parry. Not much life difference. That combo did decent damage. This can lead to some big damage. They got breaks in. Shadowing. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Giving them the warming fire with a period end. Player 2, Demon Blade kick. Yes, sir. More damage closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. No good up high. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Good anti-air. Goes for the drive rush there. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 2 chase orbital hit. Akuma looking to play hide and seek. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Scrapping it out up close. Going in, drive reversal. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Demon Raid We're at a standstill, but we made
It's a good spot.
KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Manages to block the all in with a rock. Doesn't miss a beat. Excellent block.
Demon Raid now?
Gets the side switch. That's not going anywhere. Shakes things up with blocks the drive reversal. Player 2. All the throw connects. Oh, here we go. Bring out, but they may have a plan here. Taking chunks out of each other here.
Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Oh,
Looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super.
did not miss that chance and takes the round.
Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 1 has the life lead. Goes for the command grab. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Neither of them willing to back off here. The jump in is denied. The super armor does its job. Burnout is triggered. Big counter. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Can't tech the springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Goes for the jack. What a finish. Great lead on the life gauge there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A brave forward jump there to start. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Still springs forward with the drive rush. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Player 1 has the throw heavy. Barely blocks the, looking to plant him with a pile driver. A drive impact could end it all here. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Blocks it. Great headbutt. They links in. All in with a rush. Both sides getting ready. Only a little bit of drive impact misses. Back to the corner. Are we gonna wall flatline zone? Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Connects with medium kick. Player 1 has the life advantage. Anticipates the overhead. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Parries to cancel the fireball. Projectile to try and change the situation. Will that drive impact get punished? Sticks the combo. Holds out with the block. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Medium kick hits. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Where is their opening? Springs forward with the drive rush. Oh God, this is the projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances.
Round 2.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Not shy with the grab. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jumping. Nice double lariat. Jumps. Big links it. Ah, burnout activates. O'Reilly uses the gauge for a super arc. Sits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Taking no prisoners. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps. Not shy with the grab. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Can't tech the throw. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Takes a trip. Nice solid counter. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. They just went for it with that super. This may hold your breath. The punish counter gives them a great opening here. It wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start. Got their eye on the air. Gets the jump in. Doesn't miss a beat. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They exchange blows. Goes for the rush. Big throws. What'll happen here? Springs forward with the drive rush. Jumps. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Will we see a drive impact? Player 2 is dominating this match. You gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Their life pay? Oh. Player 2?
A new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Stays cool and counters. Player 2 with the life lead. Goes for the fireball. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. The jump-in is denied. No good up high. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. All right, what's coming up next? Feeling out the spacing. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Get some. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Sticks the combo. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Will we see a drive impact? Gotta be careful not springs forward with the drive rush. Goes for the rush.
Throwing some shade.
Quick breather.
Torbalan.
That's a counter. Barely blocks the jump-in. Players
All in with the rush.
uses the gauge for a super arc.
Oh, they've been waiting for this.
That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish it, you gotta take it. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Uses the parry. Player 1 has the life lead. What are they thinking here? Solid combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Was looking for that jump attack. All right, what's coming up? KO! Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Okay, they trade hits. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
Throwing some shade.
Player 1 has a springs forward with a drive rush. 3-ball ices. A drive impact. Drive rush to keep it going. 3-ball. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. KO! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Goes for an overhead. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Grabs him. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Decent return on that combo. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Can't tech the throw? All right, what's coming up next? Will we see a drive in? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. They get comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The jump in is denied. Player 1 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Player 1, oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a pair delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Uses the gauge for a super art. Cashes in the 3 bars for life defense. We've never seen Terry fall out like this. Big super art hit pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 2 is not in a good place health-wise, but with a super art, what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Drive time. Yo, put that away. Throws out the knocks them out of the air. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Dangerous range here. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Jump! Back into the corner. What's up, drive rush? This is gonna hurt. Player 2 needs to wait this out. Jump! Drops them hard. There's a burnout. Nothing stops this train. And they burn out in sync. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Still alive? Still alive? Still in it with a sliver. Big Bad and Beefy Bust the Wolf tells them what's good. This is it. I can't believe it. I called it! I called it! Get them in the air! Player 2 has gotta be feeling...
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. There's a corner switch. Still slugging it out here. The combo's there. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Checks him with the projectile. That drive impact is blocked. Feeling out the spacing. The jump in is denied. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Can't tech the throw? Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Throws them to negate the block. Neither of them willing to back off here. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. Experiencing burnout. They've been pushed into the wall, and the stun's there. In there! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Misses the drive impact. Sticks the nice read with the cannon spike. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Genius read. that burnout activates. Player getting that extra juice in with Kagero no Mai. Big Quick uses the gauge for a super art. Ooh, this could be something. Going in, still slugging it out at this range. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Player one can't afford this. This is gonna hurt. Here comes all in with a rush. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? All with a no throw. Looking for a hole. Miles coming, closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Knuckle wakes them up. Who will come out on top in this final round? Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Up, suspend the meter up. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Player two needs to take advantage of this gauge. Oh my God, what a throw test. That corner is starting to look, this could lead to some big damage. Both sides getting ready. Links it. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Turns out, flatlines them. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Takes the chance to hurt him. The throw is escaped. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Decides to meet them in the air. Throws them. What's next? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Going in activates the super and make KO! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. They exchange blows. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. A quick breathe. Just goes for it at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Their will to bend the meter, hoping for a good return. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Experiencing burnout. Burnout activates. Jumps up. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Shakes things up with a fireball. This is in there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Smart play with the throw. Player one will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last time. Were they baiting them into that? Player one makes the enemy shield and gets that bump. The attack continues. That corner is starting a super arch to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. This is gonna hurt. Impact squashed. Dangerous range here. Nothing stops this train. They're recovered and whipped. They're wide open. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. I can't believe it. Player one can't let this simmer. They are done. Player one clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Now, find a new rival.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Sticks the combo. KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Hit them with a 1-2-3. Will we see a drive in? Hammer them with a psycho blitz. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Looking to impress with this super. Big super art hit. It's on. Springs forward with the drive rush. Grabs and throws him away. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to use their drive move to have any chance of a comeback.
Mikey Five turning it up to an 11.
Turns out. Player 1 and whips. They're wide open. Forward rush. Closes in. What are they gonna do? Lots of distance here.
Oh, yo! What a super here!
And that was the highest if I've ever seen. Player 2 gets the...
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Good anti-hit. Knockdown. Goes for the throw. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Gonna pay for telegraphing that jump in. Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Show the medium kick? Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything. That KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Throws them to negate the block. Gets scooped from down low. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Smart play with the throw. A drive springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Drive gauge break. What a finish! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Teleports! Sticks the jump in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Tries to bait him with the projectile. No good up high. Goes for the low kick. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, they trade hits. They trade hits. And now, they don't need to go for any... burnout activates. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. KO. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Immediate jump in. Player 2 chases them down. Blows them. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Akuma Go springs forward with the drive rush. Gets the jump in. The big bang to Shoten comes out. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Hits them with the fire. Player 1 uses the gauge for a super art. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. Player 1 played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. What's the play here? Gets a chance at that jumper. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Parries to cancel the fireball. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Taking stock. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strategy. Surprises them with a drive rush. Trying to read each other here? Throws them. What's next? All right, springs forward with a drive rush. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Experiencing burnout. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Demon Blade kick. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Shoots off a fireball up close. Manages to block the jump-in attack. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Going in. Burnout activates. Player 1, perfect KO. They were in full control there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opts to reposition. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? There's burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters are raring. This can lead to some big damage. Ooh, what a smart throw. Connects with the throw. Player 1 is looking at it, sets up with the jump in. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They got forward rush. In with the cross. Player 2 burns out. Noticeable life lead. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Perfectly planned, perfectly executed. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Opts for the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. If they can't escape, this block goes for the super art? Oops, they were anticipating that super art. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this stuff gets them. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking, brushes that off and keep going. But good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Drive rush to keep it going. Player one in dire straits springs forward with the drive rush. Player one doesn't have a lot of burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to tank. Both fighters are out of trouble. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Okay, here we go. Player, they couldn't tech the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? The jump-in is denied. Burnout is triggered. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Takes a trick with a super art connect. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Strings it all together. Checks him with a projectile. Life lead opens up. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Did well to get the buff in there. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Saihasho? What's their game plan here at this critical drive rush to keep it going? Player 1 has an empty drive key. This is a very precarious situation. Jumps in. Oh, sucks to pry them open. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Back into the corner. What setups do they have? Nam springs forward with the drive rush. Love tap to close it. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Puts one in the pocket. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? All right, what's coming up next? The jump-in is denied. Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. Takes a trip. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Drive gauge finally recovers. Throws them to negate the block. Taking stock. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Experiencing burnout. Go, sucks to pry them open. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Scrapping it out up close. Immediate burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to tank. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2 will need to use the corner throw ends it. Player 1 took no time to finish that.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with a projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Trips them up. Player 1 chases them down. Strings it all together. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Checks them with the projectile. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Still very early in the round. Doesn't miss a beat. Will we see a drive impact? Goes for the fireball, which is very springs forward with the drive rush. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Uses the target combo with uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. A quick breather. They've got the meter for a drive impact. One step ahead of them. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still experiencing burnout. Yo, critical art now? Kick out of nowhere. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Opts for the throw. Goes for an overhead. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 is almost dead, but can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. There's the drive impact that could KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Solid combo. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Looking for a chance. Zanku Hadouken. Super art. Burnout activates. Not much life difference. Player 2 in dive burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Akuma's going in. They're both driveless. This is gonna knock them out of the air. Passes out the gauge right there. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Flatline zone. Player 2 faced a giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Connects with medium kick. Throws them to negate the block. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 chases them down. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Both fighters will want to make something happen while avoiding burnout state. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some, capitalizes on every mistake, and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Shoots off a fireball up close. Keeping them away. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Brushes that off and keeps going. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Blood Up springs forward with the drive rush. It's looking to impress with this super. And oh my god, they just choked it up. Risky up close scrap.
Passes out the gauge right there. I hope you're not a lightweight because one sip of this cup is enough to injure you. We're so close to the attack. The enemy shield and gets that buff. The attack continues. Can either of you? That was the highest if I've ever seen it.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Opens with a jump in? Who's going to steal this? Ooh, what a smart blow. Zones with the fire. Drive rush to keep it going. All the throw connects. The match just springs forward with the drive rush. Scrapping it out up close. What now, drive rush?
All in with a rush. Super. That's what we want to see. That corner is starting to look great.
Burns out. No! Send off the wall!
Turning it right up with a super.
Player 1
can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Hits the drive.
Connects with the throw.
Getting it all on the drive rush.
Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that stick, all in with a rush. No hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSFW. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. No one could have called that. Player 2 has gotta be feeling.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Still slugging it out here. Goes for the throw. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Knockdown. Throws them to negate the block. Life lead opens up. The jumping KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes to the overdrive. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Neither of them willing to back off. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Drive gauge gap here. Pull-ups, drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Going in, spending that drive gauge. Saw that coming. The throw missed. A drive impact could end. Springs forward with the drive rush. Blocks it. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. This is a turning point. They got to turn it around. Kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Pokes with a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump-in. Connects with the throw. That feeling uses their drive gauge. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1 breaks it. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Super. Back forward rush. Presses for a reaction. This can lead to some big damage. Okay, here we go. Looking for a hold. Oh, away! Keeps him out. Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger. Notice him betting it all on the drive rush. That was a magical shot. Player 2 made some smart.
Now, find a new rival.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Jump in, finds the mark. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Deftly shuts out the jump-in. Gets a chance at that jump-in. All right, uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? With the throw. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The jump-in is denied. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Projectile to try and change the situation. Heading into the end game now. It's getting KO!
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Low heavy hits.
Nice counter. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Blocks it.
The jump in is denied.
They've got the meter for a drive impact.
Springs forward with the drive rush.
Not much. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 will look to apply pressure.
Oh, burnout triggered.
Zones with the fireball. Wow, reads the finishes it with the anti-air.
Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
Was looking for that jump attack. Good parry there, and there's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Still slugging it out here. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Takes a trip. Player 1 chases them down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Life lead opens up. Knockdown.
Grabs him. Player fires off the Shinku Hadouken KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Pokes with a medium kick. Are we going to see some fireworks here?
Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
Nice counter. Hits him with a stopping power. Scrapping it out up close. Getting that extra juice in with Kagero no Mind. Player 2 has an burnout trigger. Both thought this Shin Hashogaki is gonna sting. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. A real test of nerves here. Finishes with the throw. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
Goes to the overdrive. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Great block on that ambiguous cross-up. Knockdown. Gets the jump in. Solid combo. Whiffs the throw. Parries the projectile. That drive impact doesn't get through.
Will we see a drive impact?
Experiencing burnout.
Uses the gauge for a soup, kept their composure, and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 2 ticks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Are we going to see some fireworks here?
Player 2 spent a chunk of their SA meter and enters the round with a deficit. They've got to be extra careful.
Genius read. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Looking for a chance. Sneaks in above. Throws a beefy, springs forward with the drive rush. Not much life difference. Both fighters sees the overhead coming. Presses for a reaction, drive rush to keep it going. Their spacing is so on point. Can this drive bring them back? Throws out the Kachosik for some impact counter! Oh, that's so sick! Burn out, but they may have a plan here. This passes out the gauge right there! This is gonna kill, no doubt about it! Flatline zone! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on